All right, hello. So today, Thursday, if you're at home or in class, we're going to be doing the same thing for once. But let me just kind of catch up to speed. You got to get old work done, okay? You got to have this stuff done because we do this interview. It's very technical, and I will be doing a better job grading. I have been so easy on grading, but now that next week we're going to be all in person for the most part, except for Wednesdays, I need to start hammering it. Okay, so this interview is not easy to do because it's very technical, let's say. So if you're missing your interview notes or your lighting notes, you're going to be lost on this assignment. Okay, all right. So first off, oh, and by the way, I updated grades. Some of you are doing amazing and some not so much. Talk to me, get late stuff in. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, though, is next week we're going to record these interviews, and so we're kind of pushing off the editing portion of it. So this assignment, we have to look at it, look at examples, and we have to grade an example, okay? We're going to take time to edit next week. So we're kind of like layering all three of these assignments at once, but don't worry, okay? And then when you're at home on Friday, you're going to create a script, create a B-roll shot list, and then finish any missing work, okay? Now with that, well, I'll make a separate video for it, but basically you're gonna make sure you need to work with your group, okay? So if you're not sure who your group is, these are the groups. I think one group was a little confused on this, but this is the group. We have 3 and 3, and it'll be the same this week and or next week. So these are the groups you're going with. This is what we're gonna use going forward, okay? Okay, so here's the assignment. And what you're supposed to do is, these are actually all linked. Why'd they go blue? Oh, they should have stayed blue. All right. These are the sorry, there you go. These are the examples. And you're going to pick one, and you're going to put in the title, just paste it there. And then you need to grade them using the following codes, I guess you would say. So if they did a good job, G, poor job, P, X doesn't exist, or you can't grade it. And the question mark is, I don't understand the criteria. You should understand this criteria if you've done the previous assignments. So if I see this question mark, hopefully I only see it in a couple spots, okay? And then after you're done watching that example, I want you to name one thing that you could have done better that was not on this list. So I want to run through meme addiction with you. This one is fun to watch, but it's not perfect. None of these are perfect. None of these should receive all excellence.
Hello and welcome back.
Okay, so this is 2 minutes. And what I would suggest first is pausing the video right now to watch it, because I don't want to show all of it, and then see how I grade it now. Okay, so go ahead and watch it, and then I'm going to assume you already watched it. Okay, great. All right, now that you've watched it, we have 3 different categories: location and lighting, before the interview starts, and then during the interview, and then B-roll. All right. Actually, you know what I should add to this list? I should probably add used B-roll to cover cuts. Okay, great. All right, so that'll be at 8 points. Okay, so let's start at the top. So location and lighting. What we can do is we can go right to the spot where they show him right here. Okay. All right, so let's go through this. In fact, we could do like a side-by-side thing here. So let's do it like this. Okay. Area is almost noise-free. Let's listen.
When did your meme addiction start?
I mean, it's okay, but you do actually hear like people in the background talking. So I'm going to do P for poor job. Location isn't about the topic, should look interesting. I don't know. It's a little confusing. It should be blurred out more. So I'm going to put P. I mean, it's an okay job, but I'm going to put P. There's enough room behind the person for some good bokeh and blur. No, they did a poor job there too. The strongest light is used as a key light and at a 45-degree angle. You can see there's more light on this side of his face and a little less here, but really the strongest light is the background. So again, they did a bad job. I'm going to put an X there. That is just wrong. Are weaker lights used as backlight from behind? There is a backlight. It's really bright, but I'm going to go ahead and give them a G because it is backlit. All right, a bounce card on ambient light in the room should be used as a fill light for face shadows. Yeah, it is filled on this side. Neither side is completely dark, so they did a good job there. The exposure is perfect. Not too dark, not too bright. Yep, that looks good. All right, before the interview starts, camera is eye level with the person.
About maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay. Is this eye level with us watching? Absolutely it is. Okay, so we'll leave that one alone. Person is not centered and the nose is pointed to the larger side. So you can see his nose is pointing this way, just slightly, but you can tell the interviewer is on this side of the screen, okay? All right, so they did a good job there as well. So they should be off-centered, rule of thirds, and they should be looking in the larger side. So if he is here, he should be looking that way. Camera zoomed in as far as it can so the person feels comfortable. Yeah, this is fine. You could probably go a little closer, but I'm going to say it's fine. Camera's close enough to capture emotion and detail in their face. Good. Make sure they are in focus by pressing the plus button. This isn't in focus. This is not sharp at all. So they did a poor job. P. All right, during the interview, subject is looking at the interviewer, not the camera. Yep, he's looking at the interviewer. Interviewer is eye level. Yes, he's not looking up or down. They're sitting at the same height. Make sure the subjects always use complete sentences.
I saw my first memes. It was an Instagram ad. It said, check out.
Yeah, you'll watch it, but he does. He answers it pretty well. Now, you might have the first question listed. That's fine, but then like after that, you shouldn't really hear the interviewer talk. Ask open-ended follow-up questions. Yeah, he does. Record a master shot showing both people. Do they do that? Right now it's her, and they show him. I don't know if they ever show both. They don't. It doesn't exist. X. Didn't even try. Record reaction shots to questions and answers.
I once heard a coworker say
He has reactions, but she doesn't. So I'm going to say P. Okay. All right. Now he has some of the B-roll shots like this one right here.
they were good memes. They were dank, and I've been hooked ever since. So the first meme I ever saw is really funny.
All right. So capture B-roll in 10-second chunks or longer. I don't know. I know some of the shots are longer, so I'm going to give it to him. G. Capture various shots of the same thing. They didn't. If you look at them all, they're all pretty much different, and I want various shots of the same thing. So I'm gonna put an X there, or P, and then capture 3 or more movements. So that one was zooming, right? And he has one later. He's crying here.
Now look at breakup memes.
Okay, then they had a turn there. Yeah, so I think they actually do it in all of them. And then last, use B-roll to cover cuts.
I've got my phone taken.
So like right here, you watch, and they just kind of jump around.
He looks at the mirror of his phone and he's like, "Hi, welcome to Chili's," and it's like he's got his arms out. It's really funny. You probably have to be there.
So that's a jump cut. So like we don't want that during interviews, so that would be poor job. They did it in some spot in other places. Okay, so that's what you'll do. You'll fill all that out, and then there'd be one thing at the end. You might say, I could have used better B-roll. Like this is the type of B-roll shot I would have done. Or maybe you just think the acting is bad. I mean, of course, these are spoof interviews. They're not real. Maybe you think other questions should be asked. That's up to you, okay? Whatever you say, whatever your criticism is, put down what you would do differently then, okay? All right, so once you're done with that, you'll turn it back into the spot, and that way you're a lot more ready with the expectations of what this next assignment does. When if you grade someone else, you should be able to grade yourself as well, okay? We'll go over more details with this in class. All right, see you guys later.